guys. Hey, Sabotage at 56. How y'all been? How y'all been? Hi, it's your girl Ruth. It's a little chilly out here. Yeah. So, hope y'all been okay. Sorry I haven't been here in a minute. But my topic is, what was my topic? Okay. My marriage was a big mistake for me. For one thing, why marriage was a big mistake for me because it was drummed in my head, you know. Not only from family, but from society. And I never wanted to as a child. I know I didn't want to get married. Not because what else? Um, Broken marriages, mom and dad separated because my dad kidnapped us to get back at my mom. Right? Not saying I don't like the opposite sex. I love men. Men are beautiful, smart, wonderful, charming. I wanted to, my dream was to see the enjoy people I meet. Be creative. Don't get me wrong. I got six beautiful kids. Before my kids, I took nieces and nephews. I like the neighborhood kids, kids I meet, still things for kids. Still got plans to help kids. Don't mind being around kids. But all mine are grown now. My baby's 22, and I'm 60 now. Okay, and I'm still married. And that was a flop. That was a total flop because I jumped from one relationship to the next without knowing the person that I married. And I only married because I was having babies. And that's the truth. Not saying I didn't like who I was with, crazy about him, but I didn't want to stay with him. Um, Things seemed to happen where I end up staying with him. And then I got married because of what society said, or how they look at women who is not married with kids or something like that. Pressure. It was some bullying, peer pressure, and I knew each relationship I knew was going to be a flop. I knew it was. Um, I liked it the dating. I liked the dating. I liked the flirting. The chivalrous or whatever. But they wanted me to be something that they programmed to think that a woman should be. And that was a problem for me. I understand my masculine and my feminine. I did the feminine thing. I could be, like I said, I can be very feminine. Most of guys, they pretend like they had it together, and I know they didn't. And I was trying to think of my first boyfriend. Where did I meet him at? Hmm. Well, first, when my mom told me that I had to get married, I picked someone that I was growing up with, and we both picked each other. And I said that on my other channel, Lies Magazine. But when we picked each other, his family and my family were dating, and they wasn't getting where they wanted to with who they were dating. But me and him were planning. We were taking our time. We were both virgins, and we were, putting in, okay, he's going to drive trucks. We're going to move on this family land. And I would have the babies, take care of the land, open up a store. You know, he would drive trucks and, bring the money in, and we would do this and we would do that. His family, my family, they told us to my mom, I was programmed to get married. Um, they decided for some, to separate us. It became a jealous factor. It became something that they didn't want all of a sudden. Everybody got jealous. Everybody got, I get maybe because we planned it and we didn't just jump into it like they did. We talked about it and stuff like that. So after everybody started getting in it and doing all type of saying all type of things about it, time passed and we kind of like, grew apart. So we tried it years later. It didn't work. So after him, I met someone else, and I was crazy about him, but he was never wanting to do. He was old. He was like 3 years older than me, with about 2 years older. And him and his dad had issues at the time. He was worried about his career, which was good. And at the time, I was and stuff like that. It worked too, but I wanted to have fun. I was young. I was going. I was having friends that I could go weekend. You know what I'm saying? And going out all the time and enjoying my life. And he was always serious. And I was to the motel, something like that. But it was like, damn, I like to go out. I like to do this and that. I'm still young. We both still young. But he was so focused on the materialistic things, which was fine. I like the materialistic things too, and planning the future and a home and blah blah blah. But so that 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 didn't go anywhere. A year or two, like 3 years before he passed, because he started, doing things like trying to talk to my friends, blah 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 blah. So I didn't feel like I would need it at the time, and I did apologize for anything that I might have knowingly and unknowingly before he passed. So, squashed it. That really hurt my heart when he passed up. Okay. Then first boyfriend, talking mostly, you know, I I I like talking on the phone, um, being around them sometime. And, they want to get comfortable. They want to come around all the time and stuff like that. I went along with it, but I was kind of like a free spirit. I really wanted to do, sometimes they would do things I would like to do. It was mostly I like them, what they liked it to do, and then never asked me what I really liked. And I went along with that because society said a woman's supposed. And I got caught up in that. And but that never been joy when I'm with them at the time. And and then I like my own space. I never wanted any of them. I think let's see who I stayed with. I stayed with my Oh, okay, I'm back. Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all because it was very selfish. Would pick things and it's like, he was trying to always weigh me and the kids together. I had one child for him. I had five when I met him. We had been knowing each other since I was like 16, and he liked me then. And we finally got together. He was good to me. He was okay to my kids. We had a lot of things I didn't like. He was kind of set in his ways, and we tried it and to build things. We didn't kind of agree on because he had mom, to pull him out, take care of that. So I dated with mom's babies, right? Or either hurt by father or some dad or mom issue. Now I had my issues also. I didn't put my issues on other people. You know what I'm saying? I said it was what it is, what it is, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't base my life on, what mom and dad did. I didn't do that. I just was enjoying life. And I hadn't divorced him. A lot of bad things happened. We had good times, but a lot of bad things happened. It been separated, maybe 20 something years, but three kids together. But didn't divorce. I thought about it, talked about it a couple of times, And at first, I didn't divorce because I was meeting guys who would ask me to marry them, and I would try to go there again. So that was kind of my crutch. I know it wasn't right. I understand. And I was like already married. It would take me to get divorced, blah, 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 blah. And they would say, well, ain't nothing to get divorced, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't try to get married again. Okay. So married good 6 times. But then while I was dating, I noticed it was still all about them. It's like, well, when is it going to be about me? When is it going to be a us thing and not just a you for me to make you look good all the time? You know? So that was a no for me. So I enjoy staying by myself. I enjoy staying with my kids, dating, come back home, with my kids. I ain't trying to get nobody to follow, give me home, you stay over there. Hope you have your own place. I'll go visit you in your own place. And then it became, some of them became try to make you jealous and, throwing a girl in the mix or something like that, or some lady in the mix. And, and the jealous thing, I'm not that type. I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that person. For the jealous thing. It's like, if you disrespecting her, you disrespecting me, and what would you do if I was her, if I was your girl, you know? So that became a problem. So now, being at this age, starting over in a whole lot of ways, by being with people who you could never have anything. You try to have things, you try to tell them the importance of, buying a home, having somewhere, you get older, saving some money, blah, blah, blah. They didn't see that picture, they like to spend, they like to go, not necessarily with you. Then my husband, he wants, when we met, we were going out, but I had to get babysitters, right? So even when his kids start coming, he really didn't care if we were going to leave the kids by ourselves, their self or not. He didn't really consider that, you know. So that became a problem. So ended up me staying at home and him going out and do what he had to do, whatever. And then, come back home and it'd be a problem, stuff like that. So I really don't want to be bothered with kind of stuff anymore. Um, I'm trying to figure out now what I'm going to do at 60. I'm in pretty good shape, just, but so far, thank the creators, I'm in pretty good shape. So, finding new ways to work the money thing, having the money thing come in. That's why I'm on YouTube and different things like that, trying all of this out. And other things I'm thinking about doing, discovering myself, discovering, different things about life, about me. As you can see on this channel, discovering about makeup and how to make it and what's good for me. Because the other makeup will break me out, like, and finding Mother Nature's plants, how to survive, and listen to a lot of preppers and um, stuff like that. I like doing that kind of stuff. Um, just kind of enjoying life. My next thing would be to, because I've been traveling, working um, before, and I enjoy going to different states and checking out different states and meeting different people. I love meeting new people. I just don't like bringing people back to my house. I don't like people know where I stay. You got to really, I got to really know you. But I love it. I can go out anywhere, wherever I stay. I can be cordial, friendly. I can be at the bus stop. It don't matter. I love meeting people. I smile all the time when I talk to them about different issues or whatever we're talking about at that time. Someone boost you up, you boost them up. We both go our separate ways. I like that. Um, but for as coming back home to someone, maybe not saying maybe a partner, but I don't know about staying with anyone. I don't know if that sounds crazy or selfish, but I'm kind of set in my ways now, and I don't want to clean up behind anybody. I don't want, if you don't know how to cook or clean at this age of the game, that's not happening. And I don't need you hanging around me. handicapping me, clean up behind me for me either, because the body has to move around. It has to do things. I might want to just chill. Like I'm outside now, I might stay out here hours. You know what I'm saying? I might go somewhere and play the game for hours. You know what I'm saying? I might sit and talk to an old friend I haven't seen in a while for hours. We might talk till in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like my independence. I always have. I like that. Meeting people and stuff. And people always thought that when I would come alone, then they would have their partner. They would think, well, she can't keep anybody or something like that. It was never that. I'm pretty sure if I would have told a partner, well, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, they would come. But I just didn't. I think my last baby daddy, we did more together than all my partners. But it was always, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. But he couldn't hold his liquor. His mouth was just foul sometimes. He would say things inappropriate. He didn't know how to separate, how to act in different places. That became a problem. And it just then he would, like I say, go off at the mouth and just say hurtful things, and it's just like it's time for me to stop. You know what I'm saying? And but never want to stay with him. Like I said, we tried it twice and it was brief. Like I had my I always had my own place, my own car, I own everything. And uh if I want him to get his own, you know then he started getting his own, and I was glad. I was proud of it because coming from mom house, he didn't. He always from mom to a girlfriend, to older person. So now, he learned to get off and do it on his own. So that was good. Taught him that. He taught me a lot of things too. So I appreciate that. Before as living, I don't, I don't really care. People, about the make sure you find somebody who got a lot of money, blah 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 blah. I ain't really never care about that. I never had a problem with somebody paying the man paying for stuff for me. I never had a problem with that. I'm a giving person. Sometimes, like okay, for instance, like we get paid. Like I get paid on a Friday. He might not get paid till that next Friday. I would, to be out or whatever, buy him some beer, whatever, and I would, offer. Messing up again. Okay, I guess I'm back. I would offer stuff like that and they take it, stuff like that. But I started noticing that no money was exchanged in my hand. And, um, they would only pay bills, only give me money for bills, food, barely want to give me money for gas, barely want to make sure that the car that I drive the kids in was maintained and gas was in it. That was a problem. And how do you not want the person that's have your kids to make sure that the vehicle that she's driving is in great shape and enough gas money in it? So I started noticing some things, never put any money in my hand. It was always, I'll buy this for you, I'll get this for me. So it became like that. And that was kind of control for me. And I'm not the type of person that you would try to control. I'm too free spirited. I want you to be free in a respectable, free way. Like I'm gonna be free in a respectable, free way. You're never gonna catch me with anybody, anything like that. If I'm with you, but different little signs, different little things, and then a lot of them they wasn't sure on their sexuality, wasn't telling the truth about that. I see YouTube is okay. So it wasn't telling the truth about that, so that became a problem, because if you go to bed with a man and certain things he might like or something like that, I'll suggest, there's could be signs that he might, want the same sex or want you, you know. So you start noticing things like that. So mostly guys that I've noticed that's don't know their masculine and feminine side, they're hide aside. So they think you don't see it. Well, some women don't, but I do. Because I know my masculine. And so that became a problem, and I tell them, I think you go both ways, if you sneaking and doing something like that, and we say protecting yourself, and then that could be an issue for myself, So that became a problem because they don't like to open up and tell you, and that's really something that, back in my time, we kind of like jumped from relationship to relationship, and that was so bad. I would suggest if you are dating, date without going to bed, you know, unless you're not trying to get serious, but I would make sure y'all protected, know the medical history because you might get something that you can't get rid of. It might take you longer to get rid of. And who wants to go back and forth to the clinic, or get something deadly? So, so balling all of it up. Um, like I said, I don't mind meeting people if we talk for a while. That person go to their house, they go to theirs. We make sure we're going to be intimate. We both know each other's health issue, you know, spiritual baths. I'm into that because I don't know what the other person had on them, STD, demons, whatever. You don't know what the person has that you've been in bed with, and if I decide to do that, and I'm thinking about getting my money up and pay for it, somebody clean, okay, call an agency, and that's okay too. I have no problem with that. Whatever in my life, and the more I'm going up to where I want to be, um, I might consider that, you know, but I don't want to lead anybody on as far as him thinking that she's looking for a man. I never looked. Even when I never approached somebody and said I'm looking for a husband, except for what I told you at first when they was talking about it. I never did that. Um, like I said, when I started having babies, I told my husband, okay, told him, I said, let's get married. Before it's me just going looking around for a husband, that's not on my mind. I'm not looking for a husband, you know, trying to, I know sometime I'm the That's a strange airplane. But anyway, and I'm not sure about that yet. Um, Beautiful women, and women are beautiful. I'm not sure about the sexual part yet. I haven't decided on that yet. But I'm just doing me, I'm doing me. And like I say, starting new careers, finding out what I always wanted to do and never got a chance to do. Because I tried to open businesses with them. It was always a jealous factor. It was always a problem. And I'm like, okay, what's your idea? You know, what do what do you want to do? They never had anything to do. But okay, I had an idea. Okay, so why not go on my idea? But that was always a problem for them. I never understood that at all. I never understood that. If somebody got uh, an idea for a business that might work, and opening up a business, and you don't have any, why be jealous? It's always a jealous thing. Like my husband and I opened a shop, and good thing I did because caught on fire. Another story. And we had to stay in the shop a while, about a month before Red Cross came through and paid our rent. Yeah, didn't want to pay the shop. I had a problem with that. We arguing all the time. He would come and bring his friends to, yeah, this is my wife's shop, but never wanted to help. Never want to do anything, but low braid me, make sure if I had any money that I would, he had a good job during that time. and make sure I was helping with the bills, which Red Cross was paying some of the bills. You really didn't have to pay a lot of bills. You know, it was always some a jealous factor. You know what I'm saying? So I I don't want to be bothered with that because I never did. I'm doing now because of the things that happened. You know, because I really tried. I really liked them. You know, I really cared about them. But that's not something that I really wanted to do. You know, I really enjoy my freedom. I really enjoy going. You know, my kids try to keep tabs on me now at the, but later on I tell them all the time it's gonna be up. I'm get our money up. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be doing. I'm gonna keep my health up, try to eat right, stuff like that, exercise. So yeah, just exploring life. So don't be ashamed if you don't want to get married, and eventually probably get divorced. Um, it's very expensive, but all the kids are grown, so it shouldn't be an issue when I get ready to do that. But not rushing into that again is something that I really didn't enjoy. Even in my bed, I just really wanted nobody in my bed but me. You know what I'm saying? Unless do the do, and then you go in the other bed. You get your own bedroom, especially at this age. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can take the other bedroom, or you can stay next door or something. That's the way I feel about it. And I'm sorry, but that's what I feel about marriage for me. Okay, so yeah, and I still have compassion if any one of the guys I talked to needed my help. Um, but their pride is up. Most of them won't ask me. Um, but I don't have any animosity, hatred, even though it was horrible things that were done. I don't have that kind of heart to wish them anything bad or anything like that. Anybody I've dated, I don't wish anybody bad. I wish them happiness. Matter of fact, I told a couple of them, find somebody good for you, because I know I'm not the one to get married again. And that's I think they were feeling like it was some part on their part or whatever, or insecurity. That's people who don't really know themselves. It wasn't it's just that I never wanted to. I didn't care about society and the marriage thing, and it never was an issue. I mean, it never was something that I just wanted to do, you know. So yeah, that's what I would say on that. Back on my little channel. I probably try my best to come back and post some other stuff. That was something I wanted to say. Whether it's good or bad to you, whatever, comments if you want to. But that's for me. And I'm 60 now, and I still feel that way. I'm just ready. I could really get a camper, and it would nice to have a partner to drive. Most of them need for driving. Maybe hire a driver later on. I don't know. But I could take my time and drive and stop here and see that and enjoy people then and there and just live. I just want to live. I just want to enjoy this beautiful earth and these beautiful people on this earth. Not very sexually active, but I have my times, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I want to say. All right. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I really appreciate it. Talk to y'all later. Bye.